Trumpers are melting down over the fact that their orange god lost. And I can't get enough of it. Give me some more. What is up, you sinners and saints, you heathens, demons, you beautiful bastards? Welcome back to The Rage. I am the Raging Atheist, and today we're going to be looking at somebody new. Her name is Krystal Tini, and she's a Trumper, and she's having a fucking meltdown. First, gonna send that shout out to my patrons. You guys are the shit. Your support means everything to me. I am trying to devote more and more time to giving you Patreon exclusive content and getting the videos back on Patreon so you can see them first. Thank you for your support. Alright, y'all, so Krystal's gonna have a question.
I have a question.
So Krystal has a question, and I have a feeling it's gonna be a stupid fucking question.
Has anybody noticed that since the right has, as of now, been robbed of an election through voter fraud, there's no rioting. There's no cities being turned upside down. There's no getting the shit kicked out of you for simply not agreeing with someone else says. There's no violence. There's no chaos. Anybody else notice that? Isn't that strange?
Well, I haven't noticed that because I've noticed a lot of chaos. I've noticed a president trying to steal an election and his devout cult followers trying to help him, supporting him do it. But are you talking about the Black Lives Matters protests? Because I do believe they're still going on. Black Lives Matters are still protesting. Maybe took a break to celebrate the fact that the fucking fascist is out of office.
That only when the left doesn't get their way, they kick and scream like 5-year-olds. Isn't that something?
That's something, isn't it? How that works like that. See, for 20 years, the right has demonized the left. And people believe that shit. And for 20 years, the right has projected their own securities onto us.
See, I'm just so confused here. And maybe there are people that can clarify that you're so blinded by hatred for Donald Trump, and you don't have to like him, but the people that are so blinded by this candidate that they would prefer to vote for our freedoms to be further stripped from us as if they haven't been bad enough in the last 9 months.
I don't hate Donald Trump. I'm sickened by him. I despise the idiots that put a man like that into office. But I don't hate him. I hate his policies. I hate the fascism that he represents. I hate the ideology he props up, which is fascism. I despise his racism and how he refueled that here in America. But I don't hate the man. I simply wanted to defeat him. And we did.
Where people lost everything, including their homes. They're unable to eat. They have no jobs. They are dying of alcoholism, suicide. People have no way out. But you're voting for a candidate that just today wants to mandate in all states wearing masks.
Yeah, we should have done that all along. Maybe had we done that, we wouldn't be where we are now. With the death toll rising, more and more people getting sick. Maybe we could have gotten a grip on this pandemic, but that would have required leadership on a national level. And we didn't fucking have that.
9 months into a pandemic that we already know has not killed close to the amount of people that they are saying have. They have comorbidities or they're just adding it to the death toll. And this is information that is, you can read anywhere.
No, that's not information you can read anywhere. You can only read that on uber right-wing sites, filling you with a bunch of conspiracy theories that have been thoroughly debunked. Comorbidities doesn't add on to the toll. It's what coronavirus does. If you have a pre-existing condition of a particular type, coronavirus is going to make it worse. It's going to make it fatal when it wouldn't have been otherwise. That's why those deaths get attributed to coronavirus. But this bullshit information that you're trying to put forth, that the death toll is actually lower than what is being projected, is complete nonsense and has been thoroughly debunked. The death toll, by all estimates, is actually much higher, and probably over 300,000 as opposed to the 250,000 it's sitting at right now. So this information that you're putting forward, again, is just propaganda put forth by a fascist regime bent on keeping power.
So you're voting for a person that wants to mandate mask wearing. You want someone to tell you how you have to live and how you should help yourself with your own health.
No, it's not telling you how to live. And it's not taking away any freedoms. You're already required to wear clothing. When you're required to wear clothing, is that the government taking away your freedoms? No. Wearing a mask not only keeps you safer, but keeps those that you claim to care about safer. You should want to do this without somebody telling you you have to. The fact that there's so many fucking idiots out there willing to put others at risk requires a mask mandate.
So now you don't have freedom to choose how you want to deal with your health. You're being told this is what you have to do in order to maintain your health, because all of a sudden, someone gives a shit about our health. You ever hear of cancer? Do you ever hear of the chemicals that are put in our food every single day that cause cancer?
What? What? Like, Krystal, I know you're about to spin off on your conspiracy theory bullshit, but it's just nonsense. It is government's fundamental responsibility to maintain the public health. It's kind of in our fucking constitution. And the fact that all these so-called constitutionalists, these so-called Americans that have now embraced Russia, embraced this fascist, and have shown themselves for what they are, they seem to miss the vital parts of the fucking Constitution, which probably is what allows them to embrace Russia and the fascist and the fascism like they are.
When people are dying because of what's in our food supply every single day, but now they care about a virus that has a 99.96% survival rate. But they want to take away your freedoms for it, and you're voting for that. You're voting for that to be taken away because he already said he's going to go into a second lockdown.
Now she's coming with this 99.6% number. I don't know how accurate that is. I believe that is another right-wing talking point. But even if that number is accurate, you're talking about millions of people dying all across the world. But let's talk about the mortality rates, because your orange god was forced through political pressure to shut down, to curb the virus. Now, had he not done that, had he continued to be a complete fucking idiot lacking all leadership, well, it would have been a lot worse. The mortality rate would have been a lot worse, but we were able to curb it. We were able to empty those hospitals, and we got it under control somewhat. But then, your fearless orange leader went on to say it would go away by April, forced us to reopen before we were ready, forced us to reopen before we had the adequate testing, before we could do the source tracing, forced us to reopen, and now, when it didn't go away, and now that it's flu season, and the scenarios are, panning out, all those scientists, the things that those scientists said, remember that? Yeah, that's panning out now. Now the hospitals are being overrun again, and you're going to see that mortality rate fucking skyrocket, which is why states are shutting down again.
They want to put us back into a lockdown. That phrase has been normalized. You've been social conditioned to believe that is normal. For you to be put back into a lockdown, you have been socially conditioned to believe that social distancing is normal, that you now have to stay 6 feet apart from a person or you're a danger to their fucking well-being.
It's not social conditioning. It's keeping your loved ones safe. Keeping your elderly loved ones safe. Keeping your diabetic loved ones safe. Keeping all the loved ones that has one of those pre-existing conditions that the coronavirus could use to kill them. It's keeping them safe because you can be a carrier and not even know it. You know, it's fucking hilarious how these entitled little twats think that freedom means something it doesn't. You don't have the freedom to go around killing people from your ignorance. You just don't. As always, I'm your boy Nakasuchi. This is The Rage. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up. Share me on your social media. Comment in that comment section below. Hit that bell so you're notified every time I have a new video or every time we go live. Come and interact in the chat. We got points now, games, have fun. As always, I'll see you soon.